Hi, this is Evi Sayono. Today I will be continuing my reading of a book entitled Should I Stay or Should I Go? Surviving a Relationship with a Narcissist. This book is written by Ramani Durvasula, PhD. To get a deeper and more thorough understanding, I'm suggesting that you could purchase this book on your own and read it on your own too. Chapter 1: A Survival Guide. Obsessed by a fairy tale, we spent our lives searching for a magic door and a lost kingdom of peace. Eugene O'Neill. You can only witness something so many times before you want to do something about it, to say something about it, and to share what you've learned as a psychologist, a teacher, and a witness. Directly observing so many people's life wrecked, sense of well-being shattered, and psychological health ruined by being in relationships with narcissists, I felt that there had to be an honest survival manual, one that is not predicated on hopeful advice or the idea that everyone can change, or prattle about forgiveness, or that the beast can become a prince. Rather, one that is grounded in the real terrain of this diagnosis, one that provides a realistic roadmap of expectations and management. I have been a professor of psychology at California State University, Los Angeles for 16 years, and while there, I have been the recipient of a decade of research funding from the National Institutes of Health to examine personality disorders in a very specific way as they relate to health and disease. This work has forced me to closely examine the nuanced nature of personality disorders, including narcissistic personality. In our work studying hundreds of patients, I have witnessed the chaos created by these personality patterns, not only for the clients, but also for those around them. Simply put, personality disorders are bad for your health. I have been licensed to practice psychology for 18 years, and in those years, I have carefully observed the stubbornness of these disorders. The people who have them simply do not change. One factor I have consistently noted is that sometimes we can change behaviors in people with narcissistic personality disorders, but the changes often do not stick around for the long term. Most important, I noticed that the subtle changes in behavior that we may create do little to improve how they behave in relationships. It is in relationships that people with narcissistic personalities inflict the greatest damage. You may be able to teach a narcissistic person to show up on time to meetings, but you cannot teach genuine empathy. Finally, my career evolved at what may have been the most fascinating time of human psychological history. When I started out as a professor, laptops were non-existent. The concept of a smartphone felt futuristic. The internet was in its infancy, and television shows involved actors and scripts. I watched a culture shift from pride goeth before a fall to if you got it, flaunt it in the blink of a decade. The human race decentralized, and it is increasingly every man or woman for himself. Depth has been traded for superficiality, and it has been a costly psychological transaction. In doing therapy, teaching about personality disorders, and conducting research on personality disorders for a very long time, it all comes together. Not only knowing the diagnosis and the patterns, but also learning some hard and fast facts. Those facts and observations are contained herewith. Fitzgerald may have captured it best when he classified narcissists such as Tom and Daisy Buchanan as careless. They were careless people. Tom and Daisy, they smashed up things and creatures and then retreated back into their money or their vast carelessness or whatever it was that kept them together, and let other people clean up the mess they have made. Narcissists are precisely that, careless. They barrel through life, using relationships and people as objects, tools, and folly. While they often seem as if they are cruel or harsh, that is in fact giving them too much credit. They are simply careless, and they do expect other people to clean up their messes. But carelessness is cruel. Frankly, the motivation for their behavior doesn't matter. What matters is the outcome. And that outcome is damage to other people's well being, hopes, aspirations, and lives. Carelessness captures it, but it is not an excuse. Or, as Anais Nin so beautifully notes, love never dies a natural death. It dies because we don't know how to replenish its source. It dies of blindness and errors and betrayals. It dies of illness and wounds. It dies of weariness, of witherings, of tarnishings. Every lover could be brought to trial as the murderer of his own love. When something hurts you, saddens you, I rush to avoid it, to alter it, to feel as you do. But you turn away with a gesture of impatience and say, I don't understand. This is a book about hopelessness that is meant to bring hope, to offer real solutions based on reality and not simply wishful theorizing. This book is meant to be a primer and introduction to narcissism, to help you figure out if you are in a relationship with a narcissist and what that entails. But it will also place narcissism into a context. Reading through a checklist and picking out symptoms may be the first step, but it also helps to understand that these folks, harmful and challenging as they appear, are also not all bad. We fall in love with them. We build lives with them. We have children with them. And sometimes we can't let go of them, even as they destroy us. Understanding these subtle dynamics may help you to be kinder to yourself and, perhaps, help you feel sane. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Please do subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to drop a like and write your comments in the comment section below. And please do share this link of the video to your colleagues. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Effie Sayono. See you next time. Bye.